Hi, my name is Aransi. I want you to subscribe to Las Cinco Esquinas.
Victor, honey, Victor, can you make an average baseball player into a better baseball player with supplements?
Well, by better, that depends on what your description of that is. You certainly can't take an average baseball player and turn him into Barry Bonds on supplements. I mean, it's really about the athlete, the genetics. First step, pick the right mom and dad. Typically, way back pre-BALCO in 2003, the selection process was whether they were in track and field or they were in baseball or they're in football. If they were top 10 in the world, I felt like with me working with them that I could help them possibly become number one. But I couldn't take somebody who was ranked number 50 in the world and turn them into number one. So it's really about and the effects are less. If you find somebody a significant depletions and deficiencies and you're correcting those, then you can have a significant effect. But sometimes we test people, we do this comprehensive testing and we say, listen, whatever you're doing, keep doing it because you're in great condition, everything's in balance, and really at that point there's not a whole lot that you can do to help them.
Well, a guy, let's say like Jose Canseco, he says he's a very proponent of using supplements and stuff like that. Do you think, like, say in 10, 15 years, it's going to be the norm for athletes to use whatever supplements it is to make them a better athlete?
Well, there's a conflict now. If you watch throughout even the playoffs in baseball, they're now promoting during the playoffs these television commercials saying, "Are you a shadow of the man you used to be?" And they're promoting testosterone gels and creams and therapy to the fans of baseball. Mm-hmm. So it's all age related. Your testosterone hormone levels begin to significantly decline at about 28 years of age. So an older player, if you're 40 years old and you like to have your testosterone levels be like they were when you're 22 years old, I mean, it's a bad thing. However, there's in use and do I think, you could effectively use without adverse health effects maybe 400 milligrams of testosterone per week. But you don't want to take 4,000 milligrams they say milligrams a milligram with a variety of anabolic steroids, because then they do cause all sorts of adverse health effects.
One of the things that bother me is, hey, these athletes are doing it to make themselves better. It's not like they at any given, if you try to make better people, the public admires you for trying to get better. How come it was baseball that they stuck it to baseball players and they baseball so much?
Well, it's about healing and recovery, and when a guy in baseball or football or any other sport gets injured and they sell, the short time that it takes to get back on the playing field, of course, coaches, trainers, everybody wants, fans all want to see the athletes come back. So that's something that happens as a lot of athletes begin to use to try to, because they get an injury, to accelerate healing and get back to doing their job.
Is there an athlete that if he I could probably make them through our nutrition? Did you say this so?
At this point, I'm very selective in who I work with. Nonito's kind of like a son to me. I mean, we hang out. Our families are close. We go places together. My youngest daughter is going to be in their wedding in the Philippines November the 11th. So I'm not looking for boxers to work with or athletes to work with. If somebody reaches out to me, as in the case of Marlon Byrd, who's an all-star outfielder that played with the Texas Rangers and now plays with the Cubs, he wanted to come and work with me. The first step was to fly out and meet with me and to know him and his wife.
Best center fielder in the National League for me.
He just turned 34. I celebrated his birthday with him just recently, August the 29th in San Francisco, playing the Giants there. But I'm just working very select few of boxers, and Nonito asked me to work with Zab, so I did. The trainer Virgil Hunter for Andre Ward contacted me and asked me if I would be willing to work with Andre Berto. First step is I had him come up and he spent a couple of days training with us. The country's good. Nonito said, "Hey, I have no problem. This is my team," so we brought him in for 7 weeks.
Barry Bonds one time he said, "Man, I want to see pictures beyond the time." How is Barry Bonds' hand on? I mean, he's always on. on him on everything that he fights to. Straight on him.
He deals with pressure better than any athlete I've ever been around. I mean, he really does. There's more. When he was going through the single season home run record, there were some other issues that I won't discuss. Very serious pressures that were on him, right? And it was right after 9/11,
Right.
and it had to do with, some chatter out there that somebody may be trying to do something bad to him, from Al Qaeda. And when I watched him performed, and he knocked up 69, 71, he would just never faltered at all. The pressure didn't get to him. He has a tremendous ability to block everything out, and you're right. He selects the right pitches.
Eddie Murray told me if he would have played that year with Tampa Bay, we would have been talking about a guy that hit 800 home runs. Listen, thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Aransi. I want you to subscribe to La Cinco Esquina.